Who am I kidding? Sometimes I give second chances, and those second chances are just wasted by those people. Hi, it's Cece, and today we are going to talk about the feminine trans woman. And a lot of the things that will be discussed today will be applicable to cisgendered women as well. However, it's been a while since I shared something that would help my community, my trans sisters, and so I'm going to do it again today. Now, if you're a man who is into trans women, then this video might be helpful for you as well to distinguish or to find or recognize what a feminine trans woman is. Well, firstly, feminine energy is energy. And by definition, by Einstein, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another. And so we don't create feminine energy. We just, it manifests in different forms and you can channel it as well. You have to attract it so you can keep it in yourself, and then you can also pass it on and radiate it towards the outside. And when you do, then you will see the benefits of it and how people around you and the events change to your advantage and to make your life better, to make life as suitable for you and your feminine energy, if that makes sense. Now, a feminine woman carries strength, but much different from the traditional or our traditional views of strength. A feminine woman's strength lies in her tenderness, in her being delicate and fragile. If you ever get blessed to be in her presence, will make you feel like you really want to protect her, cherish her, nourish her, and make sure that she feels safe and protected. If you ever come across a very feminine woman or trans woman, you just feel the energy. Like she is really soft and it makes you want to do things that will make her happy, that will give her joy, that will excite her, that will make her feel very secure so that she doesn't need to worry or toughen up and be hard. You will want to do things that will make her stay in her soft feminine side. In more than 10 years of living my life as a trans woman and observing other trans women, there is one thing that is quite common that hinders them from reaching their most feminine self, and that is the feeling that other trans women are a competition, and that feeling that you have to compare yourself to other trans women, and it's not helpful. It is not beneficial for you to achieve that pinnacle of femininity, because you are comparing yourself to the wrong people. Why would you compare yourself to another trans woman when your goal is femininity, and the source of femininity are people who are born with femininity? And so don't look into trans women, look at females, born females, because then you would know how it is to not worry about not being feminine, because those who are born with it don't really worry about it. And when you don't worry and you are in your relaxed state, then there is a bigger chance for femininity to come out and to grow. And the lack of worry and in your relaxed state, that is the most suitable environment for femininity to grow. And another thing is that comparing, you're comparing to the wrong person, and the fact that you are comparing at all. You're looking at other people. Instead of looking at other people, you should look at yourself and see what level you're in in your journey towards femininity. And I understand that there's a healthy level of comparison. And if your level of comparison is more geared towards observation and wanting to have a role model, then that is healthy. That is conducive for your femininity to grow. And I think that having the right role model is paramount into achieving the right result that would make you happy and satisfied. And at the end of the day, or at the end of your journey, you would not be questioning as to why you looked at the wrong person for inspiration and guidance. I also believe that a feminine person always chooses the right people to surround her. It's not about being snobby, although I'm guilty of being snobby many times. But it's not about being snobby, really. So it is about being kind and soft, but at the same time being selective with people and energy that you would welcome into your life. Then that will be a healthy environment for your femininity to grow as well. So you would see a feminine figure, a feminine trans woman who wouldn't be disrespectful to people, but she would politely excuse herself if she is in the presence of an energy or a person that she dislikes or someone that she doesn't feel would help her grow or would foster a right environment or energy for her. A feminine woman would always also be able to communicate her points and articulate her thoughts in a manner that will be well received by people who are receptive. Otherwise, she wouldn't even try to explain if she knows that people that are in her presence are not receptive to what she is trying to share or impart, because a feminine trans woman or a feminine woman would always be aware of the energy of the people around her. And she is able to adapt to the energy around her. Otherwise, she is able to also exit from that situation. And the key word there is being graceful. You should know how to make a graceful exit or to make it as quiet as possible or inconspicuous so that you don't offend other people, but at the same time, you preserve yourself and you preserve your energy. It is important for a feminine trans woman to preserve her energy and to protect herself in any way possible, but at the same time, keeping her grace and composure. A feminine trans woman would never try to bring down another woman or another person. And as much as possible, she would just keep quiet if she thinks that she doesn't have good things or positive things to say. However, in rare occasions that you really need to speak up, you should, a feminine trans woman makes sure that her points are concise and exact and will land in the right ears. Otherwise, in the wrong ears or the wrong person, that will just be a negative message that is nonsense and futile. Feminine trans woman also learns from her mistakes. And I have made a lot of mistakes in my life. And surely many of the points that I've said in the past or are saying today, I am guilty of committing them. And a feminine trans woman would always learn from her mistakes so that she doesn't experience the same negative feelings or situations or experiences again. Because if you keep on experiencing things that are not right for you, that are also stressful or traumatic, those would toughen you up and that would harden you. And a feminine trans woman is not hard, is not extremely tough, but is able to adapt, but keep her softness and delicateness. And so you have to protect yourself. And one way to protect yourself from all those is to learn from your mistakes. You only experience them once. Never repeat them again, or maybe twice. Who am I kidding? Sometimes I give second chances, and those second chances are just wasted by those people. And so I rarely give second chances anymore. I do, but I've learned to decipher better who those people are that I'm going to give second chances to. Another manifestation of femininity is through art, and a feminine woman knows how to channel her creative energy or creative juices. And as for myself, I started painting and I truly enjoy it. I discovered that it brings me joy and excitement, and it brings me to another dimension. And so that is a form of art that I enjoy, aside from, of course, creating content on social media and streaming platforms such as on here. And if you're not into visual arts, just like painting, remember that art can be in other forms as well. It can be that you're creative with your words. You could be a poet or a script writer. You could also be creative. Let's say you have the gift of a singing voice, or you have the gift of performing, and you can dance well. And those are forms of art as well. And art is closely related to beauty, and beauty is a very important component of femininity. And so harness and enrich your skills and your affinity to arts, and be in very close proximity to beauty. And you will also find that your femininity grows each day. A trans woman who is very feminine can also laugh at her mistakes. Aside from learning, feminine energy is very playful. Even in cisgender women, feminine energy is playful. And as much as it is quite particular sometimes, and being able to laugh at yourself and not take yourself too seriously at times is very feminine. And just charge it to experience and laugh it out and shrug it off your shoulder and move on. But don't forget about the lessons, of course, that particular event in your life has taught you. And it's a way that you can lessen your stress level. And again, if you're free of stress and you're relaxed, then it is easier for you to be in your feminine state. And that's all that I can share for today. Thank you so much for listening and for watching. And I don't know, just a lot of thought entered my mind, and I just felt like I needed to share. And so I set up my camera and then just talked about things. And so I hope that you appreciate what I've shared today, and let me know in the comments section what else you can add, and maybe we can discuss it in the next video. Bye.